In this video, I'll be sharing with you how I made this delicious and flavorful beans pudding, also known as Moi Moi in Nigeria. This recipe is tested and trusted and always comes out as a bang. Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're so welcome. Kindly subscribe, hit that like button and turn on the post notification so you get notified on my next recipe video. For this recipe, we'll be needing picked and washed beans. I have a video on how to wash your beans and I'll be leaving the link to that video in my description box below. You can use white beans or brown beans for this recipe as well. We'll be needing fresh pepper mix. I like to use a mixture of Tatashe and Bawa for color and Atarodo for heat. Now, the quantity of these peppers depends on how vibrant you want your moi moi to be or how spicy you want it to be as well. We'll be needing medium-sized onion bulbs, vegetable oil, mackerel fish, also known as Titus. Now, this is optional should in case you don't eat fish or you prefer a different kind of stuffing, so you can swap this ingredient for your stuffing. Unground crayfish, fresh eggs, half a garlic bulb and medium-sized ginger roots, table salt, chicken bouillon. You can use regular seasoning cubes as well. First, we'll prep our fish. Now you have to wash your fish and remove the guts, the gills and all of that. And boil your fish with just water and salt and set aside to cool. Once your fish is cooled, debone it and shred it using your hands, then set aside for later. Now into your blender, add your beans, crayfish, fresh peppers, fresh onions, fresh garlic, fresh ginger. Make sure it's peeled, washed and sliced. And our first secret ingredient, the head of our mackerel fish. Yes, this changes the game of fish moi moi and really ups the flavor profile. Now add water to your beans in your blender. Allow the water to cover the beans and blend till smooth. You don't have to overfill your blender. You can blend in batches. I made this for my family, so it was a lot in quantity and I blended mine in 3 batches. Some people like to add hard-boiled eggs to their moi moi or fish moi moi. In my family, fish moi moi is our favorite kind of moi moi, and we like to make moi moi in bulk such that each person can be entitled to like 3 to 5 moi moi pieces, and we tend to freeze it till we want to consume it, so we do not have to make it all the time that we want to eat it. And trust me, when you defrost and warm up the moi moi, it tastes just as good as when you just made it. But with boiled egg in it, it can't work that way because frozen boiled egg is not it at all. So for those of you who like to add boiled egg to your moi moi, it has to be something that you're ready to consume as soon as possible. Now to the second secret ingredient, we'll be adding fresh eggs. You probably thought I was going to boil these, but no. We'll be whipping it up in our blender and fold it into our beans puree. This will help in making the moi moi fluffy and soft. Another tip is for consistency of your moi moi batter to be a bit loose. Now you don't want your blended moi moi to be thick. We're not making beans cake. As seen in the video, you shouldn't make your blended beans thick at all. You want it to be soft and fluffy when it's cooked, so make the mixture a bit thin. Next, fold in your oil. Add in your table salt and your chicken bouillon or seasoning cubes. Fold this in and you can give this a taste to your preference. Lastly, we'll be adding in our deboned and shredded fish or whatever stuffing of your choice. Mix this in until well incorporated. Now preheat some water in your cooking pot, and the water should be small in quantity. The method of cooking moi moi is actually steaming and not boiling, but if you do not have a steamer, this method will work just fine. However, if you do have a steamer, then just go ahead and use that instead. Once you're done with that, prep your pudding bowls. I use these pudding bowls, but there are a variety of other options you can use. For this particular pudding bowls, you have to grease it with some oil before adding in your mixture, so that when it's cooked through, it can come out of the pudding bowls easily, kind of like preparing a cake pan. I like to use this container when I'm making food trays for my clients because of how cute the shape is once it's removed. Once you fill the container, place it into your pot immediately and continue the process till all containers are in your pot or steamer. Now, you don't want to leave it out on your counter for long so that the water content doesn't settle at the bottom of the container. So once you're done, cover your pot or your steamer tightly and allow your moi moi to steam on medium-high heat for about 30 to 45 minutes. Now, this cooking time depends on the quantity you will be making. If you're going to be following this recipe, I was able to get 18 moi moi. So if you'll be making half of this recipe, then your cooking time would probably be half of this 45 minutes. Allow your moi moi to steam till you start perceiving the aroma of moi moi. I also made some in soft skin leaves. To know if your moi moi is ready, for the soft skin leaves, it will lose its vibrant green color and it will be firmer to the touch. But as for your pudding bowls, you can check them using a wooden skewer, and if it comes out clean, then your moi moi is ready. And our flavorful beans pudding is ready. Look at how luscious this is. You can have this with oats, custard, curry, or rice. You can have it plain as well with some tea or fruit juice and what have you. Do give this recipe a try and let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video. Bye for now.